Now we're going to take a look at an open guard pass called the Zorro Pass. I love this pass, it's high percentage, and it was shown to me by my friend in Brazil, Zorro. He's very good at this pass, it's very simple to do, not a lot of moving parts, and it's outside the box. Not a lot of people have seen this. It relies on you getting that double under. A lot of people like to get to the double under locking with the padlock grip or the gable grip, and then they get their elbows pushed on and they run into a lot of problems. This alleviates a lot of those problems. All right, so I'm going to get to the double under pass. How you get here is up to you. A lot of times I like to fish under the ankles and drive straight into it. There's a lot of closed guard passes that involve you bringing both hands in. But it's very common. Most people have seen where they bring their hands in and they control right here and they start to pull up. The problem with this is that it exposes your elbows by keeping their hips tight. What ends up happening then, as you start to pass, your opponent puts the elbow and they make space. You get very frustrated. So what we're going to do, we're only going to lead with one hand. So I'm going to bring both hands through. I'm going to grab a hold of that belt, and I'm going to bring him up here on top of my thighs. This is where I like to initiate most of my open guard passing. So now you can see that I have him stacked up. I'm going to reach this hand across, and I'm going to grab very low, palm up. Do not go thumb in. Thumb in is a totally different pass. Not telling you it's wrong, telling you it's different. Palm up, and I want to get that hand chopped as far down towards the belt as I can. And you can see I'm really only cupping with those four fingers. My thumb comes over, but it's not one of those grips where I have to get it all the way up. I'm not choking him with this hand, okay? I am, however, making sure that my elbow is tucked all the way back. The elbow is the key to this, guys. I showed you that common defense where they push on the elbow, and that's what he's going to try and do. So it's very, it's like, I don't know, 10 varies, very important that we keep that elbow tucked. Now, my free hand controls the belt on the other side or the pants. You'll see it in an angle in a second. And now I'm going to start to turn my body. You can see that I'm exaggerating that elbow in, and I'm hiding it on the inside of my hip. If he wants to push on that elbow, there's no way he's going to be able to stop. Now, the tricky part here is disengaging my body. It feels very weird to do that, but it's okay as long as you have this grip. With this grip on the far side collar, it makes it impossible for him to roll away as long as I keep my elbow tucked. So I'm here, I start to turn, I come all the way to the side, and you can see I'm maintaining that grip and the palm in. Whatever I want to do from here, go for it, go north-south, jump to the other side, jump to the legs, I don't care. I'm starting in that double under position. Controlling that belt, I like to bring his lower back up on my thighs. Hand reaches across, grabs inside that kimono as close to his belt and belly button as I can. That means I'm dragging my hand down, okay? And you can see that it brings my forearm tight across his hip. I'm tucking that elbow, I'm holding the belt. It's very important that I exaggerate, and I'm using my body to hide my own elbow, and I come all the way off the side. Control, and I'm holding onto that hip. Double unders, I grab a hold of that belt, pull them all the way up. Hand over into the collar, far collar. Chopping down, my elbow's nice and tight. Look at this hand right here. It's holding onto the belt, or you can grab the pants. I like both, okay? So I start to disengage. Look at how my hips step all the way out. My elbow is super tucked. And I'm going to keep my head tucked. Don't move your head out of the way. You need to keep your shoulder and your elbow tight. We're going to walk our body. Look at how it cleared that leg. If that leg gets caught right here, it is okay to take that hand off the hip and clear that foot. But very, very important, look at that hand in the collar and my elbow is low. If he tries to turn away, there is no way. Keep the elbow tucked. Double unders, I get a hold of that belt. Boom, I pull him up. Hand, far collar. See what I'm talking about, right? All the way down by the hip. Controlling, look at my elbows nice and tight. Okay, I was exaggerating the stack so you can see the grip. Okay, from here, nice and tight. I tuck my elbow, I'm off of my knees. Control, nice and tight. Look at how I'm tucking that elbow. Control, belt. Pull them up. Far grip, look at this elbow. Nice and tucked, and the elbow that I'm turning towards, nice and tucked. From here, turning, look at how I'm putting pressure in. Off of my knees, control, nice and tight. Right here. Super effective pass. Very easy, and it is all about tucking that elbow and keeping that elbow down. You can disengage with your hips and your legs. Keep your upper body tight.